How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another Sim-Alot stream, where today we're hopping back into Grounded 2. Guys, yesterday we had playgrounds become a thing, and let me tell you, it was really awesome to be able to go through and start playing a little bit more with the playgrounds in Grounded 2 with these assets. But how's it going, everybody? How you doing? Welcome. I'm gonna be the first one to say there have been some issues going on with YouTube, so if I am missing your guys' chats for whatever reason and I do not see them, I'm gonna say I'm sorry ahead of time. Thank you for Edgar going over onto the good old Twitch and letting me know what's going on. But welcome, everybody. Welcome. We're gonna be getting back into our playground today. We are gonna be going back into design mode. We're gonna be working on this zone today. Now, we did some great work over here. There is some polishing that could be done on this arena, but I think that it's better that I go ahead and leave this one the way that it is. It's pretty much ready to go at this point. It has all of the different phases of the battle ready to go. It has the red key that's there for you to grab in order to unlock the next door and get to the next zone. So I think it's a good time for us to leave this one here, and instead we're going to go work on the next area, which I'm going to dub the Boneyard Arena. So I thought the Boneyard Arena could be pretty fun. We're going to go over and do that one, and we're also going to see if I can work through and get the other one, which is the Tunnel of Hurt, which is I want to make as well. And that one is going to be leveraging some of the other assets that are already here in playgrounds. So I thought, heck, let's see how much we can actually get done today. So let's get in handy net here. Let's get the heck out of here. And I also need to go change my time of day, so that way I can actually see what's going on. But all in all, here we are back over here where our little base is, and this is that door that red key is going to open up. Now, I need to do a little bit of something in here because this is just not spread out enough. So I'm going to open this guy up a little bit more because we need to get ourselves some more space is what needs to happen here. There's going to be more than one pathway that is going to lead out of here. And one of those pathways has to go onto another area that I'm going to. So let me go through and put a little note here in chat, actually. Let me put this in here just in case I don't see your, your chat. There is a known bug in YouTube, and I'm sorry I can't see it. Smiley face. There we go, and then I'm going to pin that. There we go. Put myself into timeout. Apparently I can't even pin that right now. What is going on, YouTube? You broken system, you. That is a big old bummer there. Oh, look, my chat didn't even go through. I typed it in and it didn't even work. That's awesome. Okay, well, like I said, guys, if you're watching on YouTube and for some reason today I can't see your chats, I apologize now. Brandy, I did see you saying hi. Pinning's not working either. No, that's not working. Here, apparently I can pin your message. I can't pin my own message, but I will pin your message there. Weird systems, I swear. Okay, so in this area here, I'm just going to put down a little bit of a pathway here for myself. And then I'm going to go over here. I'm going to wipe out that wall right there. I'm going to come here. I'm going to grab another doorway. Let's say going this way. And then this one for today, this one you are going to need the green key in order to get through. Because, actually, you know what? Let's make it the blue key. Because Edgar's background is blue, so we're going to make that the blue key. It is going to start off as locked. So, this is going to be the teleporter to get to the Boneyard area. The Boneyard Arena. That's what I was calling it. Pinning not working. You're using special character. Those work. Okay, so apparently using whatever strange language Edgar is communicating to me with is working somehow. So cool. I'm here for it. I will go through and do my best to try to just stay entertaining for you guys, I guess, while we wait for YouTube to get its stuff together and figure itself out. YouTube, you drunk, go home. All right, let's see here. I'm going to put that guy down. I'm going to put this guy down. We're going to go for a wee little window. That's going to go up there. Wee little window right there. I'm going to grab myself some more of my crow feather roofs, if I may, right here. And we're just going to put those in. And get that guy put in like that. Yeah, I was honestly wondering if there was something going on with YouTube because, like, you know, I'm not expecting my YouTube videos to, you know, go viral or anything like that. But honestly, like, the interaction with my YouTube video that I loaded today was honestly really bad. And I'm like, look, you know I'm not, like, amazing at making videos and stuff like that all the time. But I also know that I'm not complete garbage. And seeing that how badly that video was doing compared to some of the other stuff I've done on, like, first updates for grounded stuff, I was like, what in the world is happening today? How do you get in playground mode? You have to be in a specific type of, well, you have to get in the public test build first. And then once you're in the public test build, you have to, why are you not working? After you're in the public test build, it is literally right on the start menu. When you go in, you press single player or multiplayer, you can go in and create a playgrounds mode or join up onto another's playground mode. Why are you not working to go up here? This is being funky. Everything's being a wee bit funky today, it seems like. Okay. Okay, so we got that hammered out for now. I am going to put another... Let's put in the telepody over here. Let's go with this guy, telepody you, rotate you around. I'm thinking right about here. Then I'm going to put a couple more of my braziers in here. So that way I can, or brazier, or however you want to pronounce it. Where are you? Right here. This guy, I'm going to put in one that's going to go... Let's turn it a little bit, put it right there. Take this one here. I'm going to turn this one a little bit. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to light that, and then I'm going to leave those there. And then this guy needs to go to channel 2. 2, please. 2. There. There we go. All right, so now that's ready to go. That's not going to bring us anywhere. And... let me go back into HandyNat because I have to be in HandyNat in order to go through things. This guy is going to, I want to say channel 1, right? Yes, that's channel 1. All right. I blame Gremlins. Yeah, honestly, there's like 1 or 2 people that are getting messages through over on YouTube right now. I don't know what the heck's going on, but I will say this. It looks like some... emojis are working, so you guys communicate through emoji today only. The more of them, the better at this point. Spam emojis into my chat. That's what I want to see today. Because apparently, that's what it's going to take to communicate with Sim. So we now only communicate through emoji. Okay, let's work on the boneyard. I'm thinking... honestly, this little spot right here with this kind of natural divot that's going on over here... could be pretty cool for the boneyard. So let's go ahead. Let's pop out here. I'm going to change my time of day if I can. There we go. My eyes. Walking ants. Hello. Awesome. Okay, let's throw up a little bit of walls to get started in here. Now, this one was made with mushroom bricks, so I want the aesthetic of this one to be slightly different. So let's go with some of these palisades. Let's start off with palisades here, because there's not actually going to be a floor in this one here. So I'm going to come out this way. I'm going to come over this way. I'm going to bring this guy back around this way. This is going to be a bigger arena, by the way. I love how you guys, like, immediately jump to absolutely communicate through emoji. Only thing that we can do, so it's worth it. So thanks, guys. Seriously, thanks. That's pretty awesome that you guys did that. All right. And then I think that right about here looks good. And then I'm going to try to take this guy and come across here. See, can I come all the way to here? And I want to say I could probably do something along this line, and then that guy right there. Okay, so this is a fairly decent-sized arena, and it's going to have some different stuff that's going to be around in here for you to kind of go through and run into. Some divots that are around in here that you could go get yourself into. Some places to hide, or for other things to hide, or that I can hide things, so that's pretty sweet. Can't get out there. Can't jump over it. Perfect. We're adaptable. Fantastic. Okay. So with all of that aside, I need to go through and I need to make my entrance. So let's make my entrance out here really quick. Wipe this out, wipe that out, get that out of my way, wipe that wall out there, get rid of that guy. All right, so that's going to be the entrance, and then honestly, can I grab... Let's see, where are they? I know that they're in here. Maybe it's here. Yeah, hamster skeleton. Okay. So the whole thought behind this entire area, right, is the fact that it's going to be full of skeletons. So first things first, I'm going to put this guy down right, maybe like that. It's a big old skeleton right there. I'm going to see if I can grab another one. And I'm going to try to set it down over this way. Get a big old head peeking out right over there. I probably could rotate this guy. Can I rotate this? So if I took this and I popped in to this guy. Ooh, that's making it smaller, actually. Ooh, I can make little small ones that are going all over, too. Here we go. Nice. Okay. So that's at least the thought behind this, right? Is I want to have bones all over out here. I'll decorate them more in a little bit. Let me get the starting area built over here really fast before we start throwing in more different things that are bone-esque, right? Let me get in a little bit of a floor here. Need to reset my axes so that way they're going the right way. For some reason, that is... What the heck? That looks silly. Here, does it need to be over here? I think it's going to need to be over here. And that's fine. I can make it right here. That's not a big deal. Let's do a little bit of a room. I'm just going to use these platforms here that are here to make that work. Then I'm going to do more palisades, I guess. Go back like that. Go back like this. Back over here like this. Okay. Did do something very similar to what we did in the last one. Except this time, we're going to do some curved gates. I want to say that one opens like that. Perfect. And then swap that guy around. That will open like that. That will go like that. Perfect. Okay, so with this now, we'll have a little bit of a room for people to come into. I need to throw down a really fast roof on this guy. Let's go with these flat pine cone roofs, I guess. Can I go up a little bit higher? Maybe I'll do something like this. Go with something like that, and then I'm going to take these little peaked roofs and lead those across. Something along that line, and then I'm going to do... Let me see. Can I grab a little wall here that goes in this spot? Nice. Very dungeon-esque, right? You're here, and then all of a sudden, you come over here, and it'll open up the wall. Okay, let's get that actually working now. So next things next is here, we need a interact point. So we're going to need a trigger volume. Let's do a spherical trigger volume. I'm going to reset that access here, and I can make it bigger. I don't want it to be too big, but it's going to be that right there. Okay. Now I need to, I need to connect that. Why are you not, there it goes. I was going to say, let me link that. There we are. This guy is going to be open. Perfect. And this guy should be open too. All right. Let's double check. Hey, Emily. Why'd you open that way? What have you done to me? You opened the wrong way. I need you to open that way, game. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. All right. So apparently I need to swap that around. I will say right now, if anybody is trying to chat with me and I'm not responding back to you in YouTube, I'm going to have to say this a couple times. YouTube chat is broken right now. I'm not ignoring you. I should literally put that up right on the screen. Here, let me do that. Let me see how I would do this. Give me a second. Do this. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's going to be like huge and in your guys' face. So let me shrink that way down. Bring it down more. There. We'll leave that right there for you guys. I'm not ignoring you. I promise I'm not ignoring you. Okay, I don't know why this is deciding it wants to open that way. Let me see if I can figure this out in design mode. Because this door is supposed to open out, not in. So, let me relocate this guy. Okay, if I swap this around. And I put that, no, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, because if I put it here now, see, now it's going to open this one this way, and then that's going to do, see, that's going to do the dumb, and I don't want it to do the dumb. See, like, it has to go right there like that. And see, that opens like that. So why are you thinking that I don't want you to open that way? Let's try again now that I replaced it. Maybe it's just being funky. There it goes. Try again. There it goes. One more time. Triple check. Yeah, okay. So that's working. Fantastic. Okay. Let's go through. I'm going to see something here. Probably going to need to fix that. Let me see here. I may need to... Let me see. Allow players to craft items. Allow players to construct buildings is not going to happen. We'll turn off crafting too. They don't need to craft anything. But if they can't craft anything, then I don't know if they are going to get friendly fire, player damage, fall scaling, hunger burn rate, backpack drops on death. I think my problem is that I put on here all recipes free. I think that's the issue, and I need to go back and adjust that to not be on, I think is what I'm going to have to do. But for now, let's get my telepotty in here. Okay, I'm going to link this to channel 2. There we go. So now that will teleport you back and forth. They already got milk molars in here, but what I am going to do is I am going to put in, let's see. Raw science is not needed, technically. I'll check about the raw science thing. I might need to give some more raw science, but raw science should not technically be needed at this point. Let's give them a way to go and scan stuff. Maybe I'll give them a bed. Actually, I know what I can give them. I'm going to need to give them a little place for food and water. That's what I'm going to need to do. So I'm going to grab a little bit of a little storage basket. I'm going to put that down. I'm going to put in a little bit of a light. Here, let me grab this guy. Can I go with this toenail chandelier? Can I just like elegantly? That is so much in your face. I hate every second of that. Okay. Let's just go with the standards, I guess. Turn both of those on. I feel like that I should put a little sign that says pills here, but instead I'm going to put food here. You know Left 4 Dead? You know what I'm talking about. You guys know Left 4 Dead, right? Everybody knows Left 4 Dead. Free food. Get you some. All right. Then I need to go in here, and I'm going to go for, let's see here, meals-wise. Should I just do some, like, aphid jerkies, or should I go for, like, actual food? Maybe I'll go for some actual food that's going to help them out, right? Like, if I got them some Larvania, right? If I went for the Larvania, I think this is weak point damage, if I remember correctly. Yeah, weak point damage, well-fed, and meals. So that's decent. The only problem is it won't last forever. But that's okay. Let's open that up, toss that in there. Going to leave. See you later. Much love. Is that what you're trying to say? I hope that's not what you're saying, but okay. If you are leaving, thanks for coming. If you're not, and that's just, you know, what I can communicate from here. Can they get out of over here? They might actually be able to... we got to fix that real quick. They may be able to escape. And we can't have anybody escaping. Escaping would be considered a sin. We can't have you be getting out. Very good. Okay. Good, 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 good. All of that's good. I'm going to take... Because I like these things and I put them everywhere, I'm going to continue to put them everywhere. Let's grab my awesome champions. lights. Put those guys in right there. Light that up. Light that up. Very good. Okay. So with that, we're going to open up the door. Okay? And then after we open up the door, we are going to have... Should I do it on door open? I think I might do it on door open. On door open, I think I'm going to spawn in the first bug. So on door open, it's going to spawn in the bug. And then the thing about the boneyard is it's going to be, everything's going to be set on a timer. So instead of it being waves, things are just going to continuously come at you until it's done. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get a bug timer to start, a creature spawner. You're literally going to get one right there. I need to put this wall back in. There we go. Very nice. Okay, we got a bug spawner there. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab another one. I'm going to put it there. I'm just going to kind of feed them around in a path where you're slowly going to have more and more bugs that will come around in a path on you. And make you go around throughout this little journey of adventure and slaughter, I think is what we're going to do. Gills Fever, thank you so much for the follow. Okay, so what we're going to do is on door open, we are going to activate this guy right here. Now, what screams boneyard? Let's see here. What screams boneyard? What would be a boneyard type bug? Larva? Should we do larva? Larva kind of feel boneyard, right? Like they're eating the corpses of things. We could do larva. Let me change this creature here. Let's do some larva. We're going to spawn in 3 larvae right off the bat on you. Immediately once you enter over here, you're getting some larvae on you. That sounds like that's going to work out. Then, after those 3 larvae, what's also going to happen is we're going to hit a timer. Now, I need to go put a couple of these timers down. So we're going to get a timer that's going to be right there. Okay, that one's going to activate those ones. I'm going to put a timer that's going to go right there. We'll activate those 3. I'm going to put a timer that's over here. That one's going to activate those. So what's going to happen is how I want this to work is as soon as these doors open, as soon as the door opens, I want to activate this timer. With this timer, that timer is going to activate that, and that, and that. Okay, but that timer is also going to activate this timer. Okay, and this timer is going to activate this, and this, and this timer. Right? And then this timer is going to activate that bug, and that bug, and this bug, and this bug. And then it will eventually activate another timer, and another timer, and another timer, and that's kind of how that's going to go. So, now I don't want this only to be gnats, but for now, I think that this is what we're going to have to do. Toggle timer. Okay, perfect. Okay, edit you really quick. Timer, we're going to do... Let's do 10 sec. Let's do 15 seconds. Do not start on play. Do not repeat. Start time delay should not have anything. Okay. Now, this guy right here should be to toggle the timer. Yep, start timer. Okay. This guy here does not start on play. It's going to wait 15 seconds. Okay. And then it will spawn out these 3 gnats is what's going to end up happening. So, let's give this a try here. I want to make sure that these are working the way that I want them to work. So let's get out of development mode. I'm going to throw on my daggers.
should protect my internal organs somewhat.
Okay. I shouldn't need all of this, but it opens this door up. Now we're just going to go through and wipe these guys out. Thankfully, larvae are nice and easy. Now, okay, we activated these gnats over here. Okay. And it looks like that it worked on all of them. Although I'm wondering if something got funky on me here. Because it looks like that these gnats may have come out when the other ones did. And I'm worried that those may have just been inadvertently activated. So we'll have to give it a little bit more testing. But I'm thinking that that may have worked. Okay. So let's get out of development mode. Okay. The other thing that I want to do is I want to make these starting guys a little bit harder. I'm going to crank these to like 1.66 health and give them just slightly more damage than what you're used to with a larva. I want to keep people on their feet. I'm also going to make them slightly bigger than your standard larva. Okay. Little orange soda. Okay. So this guy starts the timer. Then this guy, which goes to this other timer. Let's say start the timer. So this guy's going to start this timer. Okay. Then it will also go through and start this timer. Which this timer, once it's triggered, then will trigger this timer over here. Which then will trigger this timer. Whoops. Undo that crap. That's not what I meant to do. Go gadget, undo. No, undo. There we go. I'm out of the timer. Put this guy in. Then we'll throw the last timer up here. Okay. I'm going to edit this guy right here. This guy right here is going to be an earwig. Which one is this? This is the pincher. That's the whipper. Okay, so we're going to have that spawn in an earwig. And we're going to have this guy spawn in a whipper earwig. So we'll have a couple earwigs that get spawned in on this timer that's up here. Okay. Now, after that trigger, after this timer triggers, and it lets those guys out, then it should go through and start this timer here. And then this timer should trigger the third one, and then finally the final one. That's what should happen. That's going to trigger this timer. And then all of those. And then I'm going to have it so I'm going to do a counter here. Let's do a counter with condition. And I'm going to put a counter with condition here. I'm going to set this guy equal to 2. Equal to 2. And then I'm going to have it spawn another creature over here. Which this is going to be a little savage of me. But I'm going to make it a bigger... Let's do an orc pincher. We'll call it Colonel Creeper, because why not? We'll throw Colonel Creeper in here. It's going to spawn out 1. But here's the thing about Colonel Creeper. Colonel Creeper's damage is going to get set to 2.5. Colonel Creeper's going to hurt, right? That's going to be a really painful guy. We're going to set him to about 2.5 times health. Movement speed, though, is going to be slow. It's going to be slow, but it's going to be a big one. So it's going to be about 2.5 times the size. Okay? That's going to be a big old earwig. Now, when that earwig dies, what it's going to do is it is going to open up location obstructed. Let's do it here. Weird. Why are we being weird, game? Don't do that. I don't like that. Do I need to put this guy, like, up on top over here? Do I need to raise him up a little bit more? Because what I want is for right underneath this guy. You know what? Let's do it on a little bit of a... Let's see if I could do a platform underneath it. Big boy earwig. That's exactly right. Okay. Let's do a little bit of an upgraded platform here. And let's do a standard platform. Let's do a wall set here. I'm going to go for standard walls on this side and this side. I'm going to go for a staircase. That's going to go down here like this. Okay. I'm going to go for a wee little table in here, if I may. Let's do another table. Put that guy right there. I'm going to go for a doorway. Okay, on each side. And then I'm going to put down this little tiny key. Where is my keys? I'll say they're here. Maybe not. Are they here? This one? There they are. Blue key. Very good. Okay, then we need to just shrink this guy down. We don't want to shrink it down too much. We want to make it smaller. I think I may have messed it up a little bit. Why are you not letting me put you down? Yeah, let me put this right on this table here. Do I need to rotate it all the way around like this? Or is it that I'm just too close, or are other things too close to it? Okay, let's not put the table in here, I guess. Apparently, it didn't like the table. Okay, I didn't like that table today anyway, either. We go. Close that, and then I'm just going to slap a roof on top of this guy. Let's go with plain Jane roof like this. No, you don't like that peaked roof? Try again. There we go. Peaked roof. There we go. So, these doors need to be locked. There is no unlock key for those. Locked. Okay. We just double check something here. Oh, you can You could grab the key through the door, you... Ha! Well, that's okay. That'll be all right. You'll just have to know you can come and grab it. You can come in here and grab the key. Sure, we'll make that a thing. You may be able to grab the key, but... but these doors will lock. Oh, crap. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Isn't that a thing? Oh, those are bigger, ain't they? All right. All right. Now, let's do this again. So, as soon as... Let's do this. As soon as this guy spawns... these doors are going to close. And then also, I want to... Can I toggle this to turn off? Okay, so this guy here. Toggle shown, hide. Okay, so that's not at all what I want. Okay, what about you? Close and lock the door. That's what I want that guy to do. When that comes in there, I want that to close and lock the door. And then once you kill this big guy, it needs to do a couple different things. We are going to unlock that door. We are going to unlock this door. We are going to unlock that door. Then we are going to unlock that door. Okay. And I think that that will work. So let's see here. This guy. You. Unlock. Then open. And then you. Unlock. And open. This guy. Unlock. And open. I don't think that there's more than one trigger going this way right now, actually. Oh, wait, there is. Hold on. Unlock. Open. Okay. That one. Unlock. Open. And then I need to close and lock those doors again. So I think what I need to do is I'm going to need a timer out here. Okay. And then this timer is going to interact with these two doors. And then on this door opening, it's going to interact with this timer. So that here is going to be start timer. This timer is going to go for, we'll say 2.5 seconds. Okay. And it is going to close and lock that door. And this guy here is going to close and lock that door. And then I also need my timer to interact with this sphere here. Maybe, hang on, let me see this. Radius 1, okay. And then I need to, like, deactivate this, is what I need this to do. How do I deactivate that? Because as soon as you walk on it, it's going to summon out those guys. I need to make like an if, is what I need to do. So if the first thing is spawned, then do this. Switch gizmo. Okay, I think this might be what I'm looking for. Not there. Okay. If this is open, switch the gizmo. Once this is open, do that. Okay, now is this what I'm looking for here? So this will activate the gizmo, which will then turn this guy on. Right? Yeah, spawn creatures. Okay. And then deactivate it. So it'll activate that, and then it will... Let's see, it'll toggle to be activated, and then it won't do anything else, right? Is that kind of what I want that to do? Because I don't want it to keep spawning those as every single time that you walk in the door or walk through that spot, it's going to keep spawning in the larva and start up the entire trial again. Because I don't want it to keep doing that. But I think I have this set up right over here now. So as soon as you come in, it'll kick that off. It'll open this up. This timer will go on for 2.5 seconds, and then it will close and lock these doors so you can't get out. The only way to open them is by defeating the boss, which when you defeat the boss, it will open up these doors that are over here, and it'll allow you to grab the blue key that's currently on the floor, which shouldn't be on the floor, but is on the floor, and also that you shouldn't be able to access, but you can, and all in all, will be how you finish this guy out. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to turn this on here to this counter, because I'm not absolutely ruthless. I'm not going to make you fight 2 earwigs just to go fight one bigger earwig that's really going to hurt you. So we're going to set both of those to there. Then that guy is going to go to here. Spawn that creature. So that's how that guy is going to work. Okay, and then this timer here will go off and summon out this guy, this guy, this guy. And then need the final timer, which I did not put in, to go right here. And this timer will summon out that guy and that guy. And this timer will activate that timer. You need to edit this guy. Did not start on play. We are going to wait 30 seconds. Should I turn it on where it shows while playing? No, I'm not going to do that. But even still, okay. So that's that timer. That timer activates those guys. Oh, this timer down here never got set up to do anything. Okay, you do that. That. And this. This guy is going to be... Oops, wrong thing. Back. Let's just change this creature out here, if I may. Let's put some soldier ants back here. Actually, let's do black soldier ants. Let's do some black soldier ants here. I think that this could work out. We'll do 2 black soldier ants over here with this guy. And then this dude right here is going to do some regular black ants. We'll speed that 2 on that guy right there. And then this guy will also, we're going to change this out. And wrong button again. Awesome. You are going to be 1 singular soldier. In fact, let's do an orc one. Why not? We'll do a random orc one that's in there because why not? Okay. So let me double check this. This is going to be start timer. Once that one's done, it will start this timer. And then this guy right here, G, is going to be start that timer. And then this dude, just double check. Do not start that on play. And then let's change this to about 25 seconds. 24, sure, 24 works. Okay. So now, the way this is going to work is that one's going to proc. Then it will proc all of these guys. Then it'll proc those guys. All right. Let's give this a try. Let's make sure that everything's working. But let's give this a try. I need to give myself some smoothies before I go any further. Let's get these guys. Sure. 21. That'll work. All right. So we're in here. And we're in it. All right. We got this on, this on, this on, this on, and this on. Now, at this point, you will also, at this point, have food and stuff. You will have gone through and done milk molar upgrades, which I need to put that milk molar upgrade. No, you don't. I won't need to do that. But you'll be able to come in here and apply your milk molars. So you'll be able to harvest those over there, apply your milk molars. Then you'll come here, and it'll be combat time. So as soon as you come out here... Why did my larva not spawn? Okay, so these spawned over here. My larva did not. So that spawned. These guys definitely did not wait their time. Okay, so something happened with my larva. And that did not spawn right. So this guy... No, that's not what I want this to do. See, did you go to the other show? Hide. That might not be what I want to have happen there. Okay, so let's see. This guy goes there, this guy goes there. This timer needs to come over here. No, it doesn't, because that timer does all those other things. Okay. Start that timer. Then this guy. 15 seconds, start on play, all is good. Time is 15 seconds, then that should pop out. Double check these all. Nope, that one should not start on play. I think that's the one that ended up starting on play. And I'm going to change that to 20 seconds. And then I'm going to change one of the bugs in here to be something significant. So I know that this one spawned on time. Let's, for now, make this... I don't know, wrong button again. Make this mosquito, I guess, because that's significant to me. Where are you, little friggin' annoyance? There we go. Blood-sucking parasite. Okay. So, let's go back inside and try this again. Come on. No, that's not the button I wanted to press. This one was the one. I want to hold it, not tap it. Duh. Okay. Equipment. I equipped up some stuff. Okay. Walk through here, open up this door, larva spawn, you're in it already. I don't know why, but they disappeared. I'll figure that out later. But then you run down here, and by that time, this timer should go off. Okay, it activated this one, so this one's still set up on a time. Well, our earwigs are here. Except they were not hostile to me. That's weird. I got straight mollywopped, but alright. Why did you guys disappear? That's not supposed to happen. That might be a bug that happened, but let me double check.
This should protect my internal organs somewhat.
Because they are not supposed to despawn like that. Why did you despawn like that? I think it has to do with when the doors get closed, it immediately despawns them. Okay, I know what I'm doing wrong. Okay. Okay, come here. Let's go for a regular old... I guess we'll just do another timer. Why not? You, timer, you, go to connect to you. Don't I already have one over there? Yes, I do. You, connect to this. Don't do that. Okay. We'll try that. See if that keeps them from despawning. Okay. Oops. All right. So here we go. On in here. We're in here for 2 seconds. The larvae spawn out. Okay. All right. So those guys are beat up. Now, why didn't these guys trigger? Those guys up there triggered. And that guy up there triggered. So maybe something broke in this connection right here. No, I think I'm going to lower these guys' health, give you a little bit of false confidence, and then give you the big one. Okay, so that... Awesome. That's a big earwig. Holy moly, he hurts too, that's for sure. Alright, and then as soon as he's defeated, did it do what I wanted it to do? It opened up the doors, and for some reason these guys respawn. Why did these guys Oh, because it opened the doors, and then the doors were open for a second, and then it... Wait, but it's supposed to be on me entering, it should open those doors. Oh, because it automatically activated the timer. Oh. So yeah, that's now locked. So I made an infinite loop. I can't get out, is what I did. That's what I did there, is I made it so they had to fight those larvae again, which is funny. It's funny enough. I can make that be a thing. But I think that I need to set that up so that way they can be opened with the blue key. And also, I gotta keep that from constantly spawning these guys in. Because otherwise it's just gonna be a 100.5 larva. You and me, how's it going? Sorry, YouTube's broken. You can only speak through emoji. So strangely enough, it activated this timer now, so those are working. I didn't see it activate this timer, so I think it is going to have to get set to toggle timer, not start timer, because the ants aren't in here. And I don't see any more earwigs, so that's awesome enough. But at least we can grab that, and then, okay. So the boneyard is kind of working.
This counts as research,
It
right?
needs some more work, that's for darn sure.
Mosquitoes kill 1,000 people every day.
Well, there's that guy. The mosquito came out. Okay, and then now all these guys came out. Do I just have the timer set to be too long? Yep, because they're now the black ants are out too. So I think that the timer was just set to be too long, is the problem. Max damage earwig when? I don't know. But okay, so now I have all of that set up. That's all mapped in there. All right. How am I going to do this so that way it doesn't keep locking me out? How did I do it over here? How did I do this over here? I think I made it on the creature spawning for the first time. I think I might have to do it like on a counter. Oh, so why is this door open? This door's not supposed to be open. But, so this guy... Oh, on this, you walk through here and it closes the door on you. That's the problem. So you walk through there and it closes the door. And then that will start everything else. Okay, so that's how I did that. So then it looks like I'm going to need something like that over there. I think. Hey, Jason. Okay. All right. So here's the thing, guys. I want to keep going on this. I want to keep building on this, but the whole purpose of building this thing was to be able to build this with your guys' input. And with YouTube just not working, I honestly, like, don't see... I mean, yeah, we're getting some information over on, like, Twitch and stuff like that, but I don't see a reason to keep streaming because I don't stream for views. I stream to hang out with you guys. And I can't really communicate with you guys really right now. So this is what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to call my stream way, way earlier than I normally do. Because it's not so much fun for me just sitting here building quietly when I can't interact with you guys and chit chat with you guys and get your input on what I'm building. So let's try again for tomorrow. We'll see if we can stream again tomorrow. See if YouTube's fixed by then. And sadly, yeah, we'll call it an end of the stream here early. As much of a bummer that it is, there's just no... I'm sitting here talking to myself, and I might as well be recording at that point. So sorry, guys. Sorry YouTube's broken. Not really anything that I can do about it. Hope you guys all have a fantastic rest of your night. If you guys are looking for something to watch, you guys can head on over to the Sir Sim Builds channel. I put out a couple like hour-long videos over there. Terraria probably not going to happen tonight with YouTube also being broken. It's not like it's just going to magically work over on Sir Sim Builds instead. So I think I'll take tonight off. I'll go spend some time with my family. You guys have yourself a wonderful rest of your evenings, and I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully when YouTube's fixed. So yeah, you guys have yourself a good one. We'll talk to you later. Bye now.